The Sacrifice of the Maiden. The Curse of Fra Bianco. For over 100 years, the people of Fra Bianco had lived under the shadow of blood and silence. Every year, at the twilight of the dry season, a maiden of royal blood was led to the mouth of the river Kula, veiled, perfumed, and trembling. There, before the weeping trees and the gathered spirits of ancestors, she was given to the water. It was said that in the years before the sacrifices began, the kingdom had been struck by a great drought. The river had dried, the animals fled, and the earth cracked with thirst. Desperate, the then king consulted the oracle of Medora, who declared, "Life shall flow only when life is paid. The womb that bore the crown must bleed." The first, Maiden, was the king's only daughter. But what began as a desperate act to save a starving people became tradition, then law, then taboo to question. A century passed. The origin of the curse became a myth. No one knew if the river would dry again, only that it hadn't, and none dared test the wrath of whatever watched beneath its surface. Now, in the 117th year of sacrifice, Princess Dahlia, the last maiden, of royal blood, was chosen. Her father, King Obadeli IV, was an old man. His heart broke openly before the court, but he gave his consent. Not even a king could deny the pact. And yet, something had changed. Whispers filled the palace halls. It must end. Let the king pay. Let the river judge. A forbidden scroll was found in the royal crypts. It told of a counter-ritual, one last path to ending the sacrifice. If the king and his two highest chiefs offer their bodies to the river alive, the curse will be satisfied. But who would speak this truth aloud? Who would dare call for the king's burial? The three men who held the most power were also the three whose deaths could save generations unborn. And so the kingdom stood at a precipice, caught between tradition and terror, compassion and cowardice. In the village square, a young servant girl named Maisha, once friend to the doomed Princess Dahlia, rose on trembling feet. "If no one will bail the cat," she said to the silent crowd, "then let the mice run wild." She carried the scroll to the river and read the curse aloud. That night the river boiled. The king dreamed of the first maiden he sent to die. The chiefs heard the laughter of drowned girls in their sleep, and Fra Bianco awoke, knowing the time had come. Someone would have to choose, sacrifice the maiden or sacrifice themselves.